My name is John Knights. I am a business manager Asia for Calix Limited, which is an Australian technology company. Today we are going to look at sustainable aquaculture. But first I would like to outline some of our ideas at Calix. One of our slogans is Mars is for quitters. Now this might sound a little strange, but I'll elaborate on that. We believe our responsibility starts at home, i.e. the Earth. That's why we are driven to use our unique skills to repair, preserve and prevent future harm to it. Because there's only one Earth and it's already ours. Calix bases its technology on a unique calcination process. In this area we have two major areas of activity. One is carbon dioxide capture. This is when we process limestone, cement meal or magnesite. The gas that exhausted is pure CO2, which can be sequestered or collected and used in industry, for instance in beverages and even in medical, as the source is pure CO2. This is unlike other current calcination technologies. The one more relevant to us today, however, is our production of nanoactive materials. New materials produced by Calix are proven to have similar properties to high active nanomaterials, without the safety concerns and high cost, but with all the benefits. On the right is a schematic of our calcination technology. What we do basically is grind down a mineral, in this case magnesium carbonate. We then drop that mineral into a long calcination tube. In this case it's 45 meters. This tube is heated on the outside to about 850 degrees, while at the same time pushing hot gas from the bottom. In this case it is air. This enables us to drive off the carbon dioxide as pure carbon dioxide. While doing this, this is almost like explosive release of the carbon dioxide. This gives us many macro and micro pores, which increases dramatically our surface area. We then take the resultant product, in this case magnesium oxide, and hydrate it to magnesium hydroxide. Calix's aim is to solve global challenges. At Calix, our vision is to become a leader in global innovation for industrial solutions for the environment. Driven by our purpose of solving global challenges, we focus on four overlapping pillars of sustainability. Climate. This is reduction of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. Energy. This is a separate technology, but using the same calcination technique for batteries. The batteries are using like the Tesla car. Food. This is for as a product for crop protection, which enables us to produce more crop while reducing damage by fungus and insects. Water, this is the one we're focusing on today. Our technology enables us to have some unique insight into water treatment. In this case, it is aquaculture. Calix also is looking to address global trends and contribute to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This is solving global challenges that has been part of Calix's passion and business for more than a decade, with a quest to become a leading global innovator of industrial solutions for the environment. Our aligned involvement and development initiatives with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, Calix is driven to make an impact and meaningful contribution to solve these challenges. The main ones concerning aquaculture is Chapter 14 of this charter, Life Below Water. To help, Calix is advancing shrimp and prawn aquaculture with environmentally friendly water conditioning using AQUA-Cal Plus. AQUA-Cal Plus is also being developed for freshwater lake and pond remediation. Chapter 17, Partnership for this goal. Calix develops its technology via a global network of research and development collaboration, including government research institutes, universities, and some of the world's largest companies, and a growing customer base and distribution network for its commercial production and processes. We now look at aquaculture over the last 60 years. Basically, from the last 30 years, aquaculture, which is basically pond culture, has been growing quite exponentially. We believe that it will grow at a quicker rate over the next 30 years to help provide the demand for aquacultural products worldwide. This as the wild capture of fish and shrimp declines. Aquacultural products is one of the important sources of protein for the world. We'll now look at how aquaculture can increase environmental problems. The schematic shows you basically how a shrimp pond or even a fish pond works. The major input is feed. The animal digests a portion of this, grows quite quickly, and then is harvested. Now, the problem starts with things like uneaten feed, which can be up to 20%. Feces, which is a natural function of the organisms. This becomes organic matter. This decomposes via an anaerobic reaction at pond bottom or in the environment. The byproducts of this is carbon dioxide, ammonia, phosphate, and other waterborne nutrients. Now, while some of these can be assimilated by things like phytoplankton and other plants, not all of it is. Now, phytoplankton itself can become a partial source of feed for many aquatic organisms. However, when they die, they become organic matter again. The cycle continues. The largest input for aquaculture is feed. Feed mainly contains 36 to 40% of protein. When it is consumed, some will be excreted as urea and feces. The feces and leftover feed will finally become ammonia or TAN, total of edible nitrogen. Ammonia in high concentrations is toxic to marine life. In the current culture model, farmers have to discharge the pond bottom sludge, which is quite toxic, and do water exchange in order to keep good water conditions for growth. Once discharged, water and sludge will go to a canal or river and end up in the sea, and this is where the problem begins. Now we're going to look at the nitrogen cycle, as I mentioned before. As we said, what happens, you have excess feed, you have excretions. They fall to the bottom of the pond and form a toxic sludge layer. This is an anaerobic digestion system. From this, the byproducts are ammonia. This becomes nitrite, which is highly toxic at 2 parts per million and over for aquatic organisms. It will finally become nitrate, but long after we've damaged this environment. At the same time, we're releasing phosphates from this sludge. The phosphate source is the feed, where it's used as a binder, and wash off from surrounding agricultural areas. Ammonium nitrite is currently one of the biggest concerns in the aquacultural industry. So now we'll go into a little more detail of how aquaculture can increase environmental problems. For plants, ammonia and phosphate are nutrients. For example, algae will grow prolifically in nutrient-rich environments and can cause excessive algae bloom. When algae blooms, it will take out oxygen during the night as there is no sun for photosynthesis. This will reduce DO, or dissolved oxygen. This can affect the aquatic life and damage the ecosystem. If an algae crash occurs, dissolved oxygen will drop to dangerous levels rapidly. As for global disease, this tends to increase proportionally to the number of aquaculture farms in the area. This is mostly caused by water and sludge discharged by the farms. This tends to have little or no treatment. This water and sludge discharge can contain rich nutrients which can promote growth of pathogens or vibrio in seawater. When farmers do water exchange and draw in the water from the sea, if the farmer doesn't sanitize correctly, the crop will have a high chance of getting diseases like EHP, white spot, and EMS. A more sustainable solution is perhaps the use of AQUA-Cal Plus, where we can treat pond bottom sludge in situ, reducing the need for drainage and water exchange. AquaCal is a modified magnesium hydroxide liquid for water and pond bottom conditioning in aquaculture. It's applied by dosing the product directly into the aquacultural ponds at specified volumes and time intervals. AquaCal has multiple modes of actions. Its high reactivity surface area enables very effective binding of dissolved metals such as iron, which is critical in pond preparation for species sensitive to iron, like prawn post-larva and the microorganisms they feed on. Similarly, it is highly reactive and the surface area are proven to bind phosphate and ammonia in situ within each tiny particle, helping prevent the buildup of free ammonia, which can naturally convert to nitrite. Also, phosphate buildup can lead to blue-green algae runaway. AquaCal is also formulated with high levels of calcium, which is important for crustacean exoskeletons and fishbone formation. AquaCal is safe and environmentally friendly as a form of alkalinity, which is important for aquacultural growth. We've given a brief introduction. In further webinars, we will go into more details. The following topics are some of the things we will address. Control of iron and other metals during pond preparation. The mechanism of sludge digestion and why this is important. Control of ammonia and phosphate in the water table. Sustainable growth by optimization of grout conditions. The possibility of increased growth on shrimp health while reducing FCR. Thank you for your attention. Further information can be obtained from our partners and distributors in Asia. For Malaysia, Vietnam and Thailand, this is Maha Chemicals. The contact is Dennis Toh. His email address is on the screen. For China, Taiwan and Indonesia, our distributor is Homex Jones. The contact is Sam Tam. Again, his email is on the screen. For India, our distributor is Three Little Fishes. The contact is Sagania Vijayan. Again, her contact is on the screen. If you should wish to contact me directly, my contact is also on the screen. John Knights at calix.global. I thank you for your attention and hope that you will view our further seminars. Thank you.
One. You're live. John, you're live. You're online. You're online, John.
Okay, thank you very much for your attention. I hope that it was informative for you. We'd be very happy to answer questions. Please contact us. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope it was. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for your attention. We hope it was informative for you.
Calix sources magnesite from around Australia and around the world, including our mine site in South Australia at Myrtle Springs. We control the local supply chain, so that gives you confidence around continuity of supply. The next step within the process is we take this magnesite rock and we convert it into a powder for processing. The first step of the Calix process involves taking the rock and grinding it and crushing it down to a very fine powder. We then sift that powder to create a particle size distribution that's ideal for end product stability. This is the Calix CFC calciner. It produces an ultra-high surface area magnesium oxide powder to create your products. It's also built around sustainable principles. So it has the capability to capture carbon dioxide as a part of the process. This technology is core to the Calix purpose of solving global challenges, being used to provide environmentally friendly products and has the potential to capture carbon emissions from industry. Calix has ActiMag hydration plants like this around Australia and around the world. That way we can produce the ActiMag and magnesium hydroxide fresh for your process. It also means that we've got experts who know about the product locally in your area to help you along your journey to switch to ActiMag to maximise your process.